Good job, kids. We're going to whip through some of my pieces today. Some of my self-portrait stuff. Well, I don't think anybody got much of that big storm, huh? Storm of the century. How about hoax? Hoax of the century. Here's a bird for you guys I just did. There's my caged in parakeet. All decorated beautifully, but sad on the inside. Because that's the facts are beauty is on the inside. You can be as decorated as you want in life, but if you're not happy inside, you don't have anything. Like this caged bird. You feel me? And then we're gonna go sailing after this. Hit the high seas. Three in the morning. Got a few abstract fish that we like to do here. Got some self-portraits here. I just sold a couple on TikTok. Thank you, Della, for buying my prints. Appreciate you. I'll show you the ones that she's getting. But anyways, let me first show you what I'm working on. This is my doodle series. What I've been doing the last, I don't know, couple months, I suppose. But people like flowers. I'm trying to show you my cool stuff here. There's a Key West design. I was doing this style when I lived in Key West. Sort of like abstract, broken down cubism. I don't know. YouTube's blocking my comments. Sorry, guys. I don't know why my channel, they block all my comments, but it is what it is. Probably because they're negative comments, maybe. I don't know. Let me show you my... Let me show you. Yep, I do wallpaper. I do murals. Hello, hi. Hello. I do a lot of analytical cubism. I do a lot of basically straightforward abstract stuff. I do a lot of representational stuff. Thanks for the like. Most of my stuff doesn't make sense, but we don't want it to. If that makes sense. We're just doing this for the imagery. These are all my doodles. Watercolor, pencil, ink, doodles. I'm going to show y'all. Well, thank you. Here's a bird. A beautiful decorated bird that's not happy inside. You can be as pretty as you want on the outside, but if you're not happy on the inside, it doesn't mean anything in life. You know what I mean? So this beautiful bird, so beautiful, but not happy in a cage. It's another abstract commentary piece. How could that be commentary? It's social commentary. All of my stuff is commentary in some shape or form. Now let me show you some of my good stuff. This is my doodle series that I'm showing you right now, but I'm actually an artist that does large pieces. I do a lot of large pieces. These are all printed off 11 by 14. Thank you for the sub. 11 by 14 prints. So let me show you an example here, guys. These are all my prints. Everything's matted and framed and sleeved. 11 by 14, ready to be mailed to your house. So anything you see here, any of my originals, they're all framed and ready to go. I just sold 2 yesterday on TikTok. And that's how we do it. I've got all sorts of abstract stuff. But let me give you a good example of what's going on here. You guys want to go outside, doggies? Come on. 1, 2, 3. Let me show you my stuff, how it works. All right. Hang tight, guys. Hang tight. So let me just show you. Here's a couple of my original paintings. This is roughly 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet. This one's about 4 feet by about 1.5 feet. But anyway, so here's the paintings, and then let me show you what we're working with here. So, for example, this painting is this print. Oh, no, wrong one. Sorry. This painting right here is printed off right here. 11 by 14 will be in your mailbox. Free shipping. And then let me show you this one. This is an example. All of my paintings. Here's a nice big one. All of my paintings are matted and framed, ready to go. Anyway, so that's what we're doing, and that's what we're showing, and that's how we're doing it. But I have a couple hundred paintings here. I can sit and do this all day long with y'all. They're buy one, get one free today with free shipping. What a deal. Come on, kids. Come on, come on. Hurry up, buddy. Good job. What the call? Well, thank you for the like. Now let's keep pushing through my art and show you some stuff. I'm going to show you, what do you want to see? Do you want to see originals? Do you want to see my prints? Do you want to see my doodle series? Or do you want to see my large canvases? Let me show you here. So these are all my large pieces, over 6 to 8 feet wide and long. They barely fit through the door. That's why they're all up in the rafters. Underwater scenes, stuff like that. I do a lot of abstract faces here. And then, let me get you what's going on here. I don't know if y'all can even see my other ones, but let's see here. And then I do these large ones as well. I was doing murals in Florida. I was an art director for a company called Master Artist Group. I worked under a prodigy named Anthony Michael. He hired me in after art school, and we did a bunch of amazing murals and art installations and projects. And but anyways, that's where I kind of got hooked on the underwater scene, living down in southern Florida. It's not my signature work, but it's what I've kind of been hooked on doing, is the underwater stuff. But some of my favorite stuff are my abstract pieces. I'm selling my prints for $100. Free shipping and buy one, get one free. So you can get 2 of my prints. 2 of these, anything you want. You can pick out 2 of them. And free shipping for only $100. I'm running a little special right now. So let's, you guys want to run through my doodles? Should we go through the doodle series? Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all how we're doing it. All right, let's go. Let's go. Good job, doggies. I got a big day today. That's the bottom one we're looking at, not the top page. Oh, it's good. It's 3 in the morning. I'm just waking up to show my art. I'm an early bird. I open my studio at 3 a.m. and start working. Just showing you guys some of my quick, well, these aren't real, some of these take a lot of time. I say quick, but I'm showing you them quick. These are all detailed self-portraits with an abstract twist. All of my work, you can turn upside down, flip it upside down. And there's, every way you turn it, it's a different painting. Let me show you. You'll see faces, you'll see trees, the ocean, buildings, you'll see all sorts of stuff. All right, moving onward. Here's one of my abstract self-portraits. I was working on this last night for a few minutes, but I'll be posting my live replays on these, and then most of my sales are going to be going through TikTok. On my TikTok shop. That's a tongue twister. I can't tell you the title of this one because TikTok would ban me. Oh, I'm not on TikTok. This one's called Eat a Dick Up Till You Hiccup. Woo! If you know, you know. If you know, you know. In my younger years, I was a cartoonist. I painted all cartoons. I used to love painting The Simpsons and, you know, all of the cartoon characters. I just loved the imagery and the vivid colors. But, this one's kind of a runoff of my own cartoon characters. When you look at my art, you'll see I've been good, thank you. When you look at my work, you'll see a lot of the characters, a lot of my imagery is repeated in all of my work. A lot of the faces are the same, a lot of my characters are in there. But you got to know my work to see what we're talking about. Here's another abstract face that I'm doing. It's like, you know, how do I consider myself looking like this? People want to know. Like, how is that? How would I portray my image to look like this? Is that what you're wondering? Like, how would I consider myself? How would that be a self-portrait? Well, the answer is, it's not about what it looks like. It's about what it feels like. And so, you know how you wake up in the morning groggy, you got a big day ahead, you can go do your art, you can go to your job, you can go stay home, you could go online, and you haven't had your coffee yet, you didn't even say your prayers yet. And that's a direct reflection of waking up before you wake up. This is my conscious level starting to wake up. I don't know if that makes sense. And then this is when I wake up. You have life decisions. You're in a sailboat, all happy, sailing away, free, but you're always 1 minute away from going over the falls. Living on the edge is what we are. We think we have tranquility in our hearts. Not in this country. How'd that big storm treat you guys, by the way? Did y'all spend your money and do some good prep for nothing? The old fear factor from our government? Way to go. First thing you want to do is shut off CNN. Trust me. Shut your televisions right off. Here's some more cartoon characters. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Shut those televisions right off. And you will fear nothing. Big storm coming, huh, guys? Boy, they got us good, didn't they? Aren't we a bunch of suckers? Sucker MCs must call me sire. If you want to burn my kingdom, you must use fire. All right, so we're going to gradually go from doodles to my watercolors, and then I'm going to show you my canvas work, and then we'll go to my prints that I've been selling. This is one I was doing again last night, coming back into it. It's one of my abstract self-portraits. Once again, you'll see my bald head in there, and you'll see what I look like, but I kind of depict it a little different. I'm not trying to have you look at me and say, hey, it's Chad. No, that's my guitar dude down there in the corner. I love art with all my heart. Art is my passion. It's not, I have friends that are phenomenal artists. I've worked with prodigies. I worked under Anthony Michael, who's the greatest artist alive today, down in Southern Florida. I was his art director. I worked side by side with Ina Joy Lane, Tim Shepard, Timothy Scott Shepard. So I've had some phenomenal artist peer friends who are true artists. I'm just a guy that has the passion for it. You know what I mean? I don't think I have the talent like most people. I do have talent. I'm not saying that. I have an abstract mind, analytical. I'm kind of like that. But I have friends that are true artists. I mean, I do portraits. I can do paint your picture, and I take orders. I do, commissions and stuff like that. I'm all across the board with art. I'm not saying I suck, but I'm just saying I'm not an Anthony Michael. I could be a Picasso more than I could be an Anthony Michael. Let's just say that. When I went to art school, even before I even knew Picasso or studied art, it's just what I knew I was going to go to school for. But when I started showing my portfolio, even to get into college, you have to submit your work to get into art school. And, they review it under a panel, and then they tell you yes or no, you qualify. But anyways, I got comments that I was Picasso-ish. I didn't like that. Excuse me. Because I'm not anything-ish. I don't want to... I mean, the old saying, good artists borrow and great artists steal. I don't know if that means anything to you. Oh, baby, boopy, boopy. Oh, you need your food. I got 4 huskies behind me. All right. Anyways, let's show you some art. Let's show you some paintings, man. This one's going to be awesome. This is the bottom of the ocean. I'm just kind of working on these. I'm working them back working on them. I'm so excited to be alive, people. I'm not healthy. I'm sad in my heart. My wife just left me. Just got fired from a job. But I'm happy as hell. That's kind of weird. I've got it in me. I I've got a lot to not be happy about, but I have way more to be happy about, and that's the good Lord Jesus Christ, first and foremost. All right, so here's one more I was doing last night. You'll probably not even be able to see where I'm at with this one. I'm about to switch back over to TikTok. I've got some people over there going to meet me there, and actually right now I'm going to show a few more on this, and then I got to flip over to my channel. I'm going to run on my first channel on TikTok this morning. I'll go to Running Winds Adventures. I've been on Running Wind 02, my backup channel, just because I have a better live following on my second channel. What's the matter? Let me get you some food. I forgot. Oh, I got to get you some food, girl. Come on, dang it. Daddy's got to give me some doggy food. Not for Bella. Who's so hungry, girl? You got drinking milk already? That's for Belle. That's for Cole. That's for Bang Bang. Where's for Bear Bear? For there. Bear Bear. There you go. Woo! So this painting right here, I like to bring forward to show you my signature. Because everybody complains when they buy my art, where's your signature? I don't see your signature. Did you sign it for me? Where's your signature? You didn't sign your piece. Well, half of this painting right here is my signature. You want a signature? Chad Velasquez will sign your damn painting. Now see all my prints that I mail out to you guys? Whoever buys these on my live streams, I actually put the memo on the back sides of these. So I do that live on film. And then we mail them and ship them live as well. But anyways, I put personal notes on the back of my prints. I don't ever sign the front of them. Why would you want a signature on top of your image? In my opinion. You coming up? Come on up. All right, so let's whip through some what's going off the shelves right now. These are what's flying off the shelves right now. And I mean flying. These are buy one, get one free prints. And we're doing free shipping. Let me show you here. I'm just going to give you some examples of different styles of my work. Once again, I do everything: realism, surrealism, abstract, analytical cubism. I do commentary stuff, murals, faux, grains, all sorts of styles, basically. So excited. So damn excited. Jesus is king, baby. Jesus is king, baby. Don't be fooled. Do not be fooled. Jesus is the king. I don't care what anybody says. Jesus is the only king. This one's about a 8-foot painting above my head. I could barely, half of the paintings in this image. A lot of these, you have to crop the image off because the painting's so large. But I'm just showing you different styles. Because when I print off and frame my stuff, I print a few of each style I do. Yesterday I sold a couple of my underwater paintings. And like, she didn't like my abstract faces, but she loved my underwater stuff. So that's why I showed different stuff. This one is Iris Scott inspired. Iris Scott is my favorite modern day, I'll say modern day, she's alive, watercolorist. I've been studying her and following her since 2003, and she's phenomenal. Her name is Iris Scott. She does three-dimensional underwater scenes, and this is one of them that inspired me. This is my painting, but I kind of got inspired from her. My influences came from Iris Scott on that one. When I lived in Key West, I was doing all this analytical cubism, and people were coming off the cruises. I used to sell my artwork at Mallory Square. That's where people go and watch the sunset every night. You get like 2 hours to set up and sell your art, and then once the sun goes down, you got to tear your stand down and go home. But anyways, I was selling my analytical cubism stuff, and people were eating it up, coming right off the ship, buying these. I used to have a freaking phenomenal life. I still do. I still do. Don't be fooled. But I've been everywhere, man. This one's one of my personal favorites. It's called Sweet Tips. Not Sweet Tits. Sweet Tips. T-I-P-S. Like the tips of his finger. And this is a direct response to, well, let's just say false advertisement. Like, say, for example, the storm that never came. I don't want to point any fingers, but the fear factor in this country is off the charts. Oh, you guys ready to go outside? Come on. Hurry up. It's like 0 degrees. Woo! Cold. All right, TikTok, here we come. Thank you. I want to show some high.